Hello, friends. Today we are going to learn about the new technology which is known as ReactJs. Basically, ReactJS is a JavaScript library contained in a single file that can be introduced in any HTML page. So here commonly install the React DOM libraries such as React DOM and the version.js along with some of the components there. So we will be learning about the definition of the React.js. React.js is an open source component based front end library responsible only for the view layer. So it's a front end library exactly. And in other terms, it is also said that React.js is a JavaScript library for building fast and interactive user interfaces for the web as well as mobile application. So here React.js basic aim to create, which was created by Jordan Walk, and who was a software engineer at Facebook. React.js was created by Ron Walk, and he used to work in a Facebook as a software engineer. Basically, if you see that the website which I am getting to you is of Avantika technology website. This website is based on the components. Here, the upper component part you can see, which is known as login component, and the menu component. There is a other part, and there is a one part where the main component is lying. So here there is a logo component. So that's how the whole site is basically divided into several components. Suppose if we just want to go that what are the advantages of the React. The first advantages is that React is very easy to create, and it is having a dynamic nature. You can say that it is a dynamic web application. And performance, why it is very good. It enhancements the performance, and the components which are used in React are reusable, and data flow is basically unidirectional, and its learning curve is very small. And it can and React.js made applications can easily be used in mobile also. So these are the some of the examples of React, basically React.js. Rod Johnson, Jordan Walk basically created the React. Is a Facebook employee, software engineer there, and there are certain features features of the React.js. First feature is JSX. JSX is the syntax extension to the JavaScript. It is used with the React to describe what the interface should look like. By using JSX, you can write HTML structures in the same file that contains the JavaScript code. JSX helps in making the code easier to understand and debug, as it avoids the usage of JavaScript DOM structure, which are rather complex. So basically, it's an extension to the JavaScript. So if we see that about components, then the second part of the features comes with respect to components. There are basically two types of component. One is basically a class component, and other one is a function component. So basically component is a JavaScript class or a function that optionally accepts input. So basically if I just want to write a component, I can easily write just like I have demonstrated here, that the class car extends the react.component and renders the HTML function within that class component. So this is how if you write a function, this is a function component. Here you can directly return and you can get the values. So in the later sections we will see that how more interestingly we can use these class and functional component. But moving a step ahead, there is one-way data binding, which is also one of the features of ReactJs. So it's a one-way data binding that keeps everything modular and fast. A unidirectional data flow means that when designing a React app, you often nest child components within the parent components. That's why one-way data binding is there, which keeps everything modular and fast. Virtual DOM is one of the feature of the React.js. Here it compares the virtual DOM with the real DOM. The real DOM is converted in a virtual DOM. So virtual DOM is usually associated with the React elements, since they are the objects representing the user interfaces. Hence, virtual DOM is a lightweight and it is a copy of actual DOM. So, simplicity, React.js is very simple. React goes beyond the simple UI and has many extensions for components, applications, architecture, supports. It provides server-side rendering, support mobile apps, development extended with Flux and Redux, among others. So React is used for mobile applications also, which is known as React Native. React Native lets you build mobile apps using JavaScript. Flux, there is one more component use, Flux. It is a application architecture that Facebook uses for building web application. Flux implements the unidirectional flow, which makes it easier to deduce what's going on, basically. So components, again, which we have discussed, class component and a functional component. Here, as a if as an advantage, if we see as a feature, if we see components considered as a core building blocks with the React application, and every React component have their own structure, method, as well as API. State is like a data store to the React.js component. It is mostly used to update the components when the performance when perform some actions like clicking button, typing some text, processing some keys. So in the next video, we will see that how we can just have where we can create the React.js project. So keep continuing with the next of the videos. Here we are learning a new technology which is robust, which is lightweight, which is dynamic. So keep going on with me. So in the next session, we will see that how we can make a React.js project. Thank you.